Welcome to Shadows of Prophecy, a D&D real play podcast following the ill-omened web of lives, whispered by the void, their names repeated in the darkness. Shadows of Prophecy is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. With us today to traverse through adventures of beguilement and bewilderment, we have myself, Timothy, as our ambivalent DM.
And I'm Dan. I'm playing the human scholar and patron of poetry, Ren. I almost forgot the name.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing the tiefling cleric, brain batterer and gray matter splatterer, Salvador Saltrose.
Nice.
And I'm Ellie. I'm playing Gone, Kobold Bard Marky.
Previously on Shadows of Prophecy. Following some rather harrowing dreams, Marky, Ren, and Salvador decided to follow the instructions of their newfound friend, even if their voice was a little grating. They headed down to the basement to uncover a series of strange ceremony circles and some rather unpleasant lists of ingredients. Most unpleasant of all, though, was the monstrous amalgamation brain of several members of the Veil. I mean, Final Judgment? Or was it the Silence? Lies in wait.
A big identity crisis.
Yeah, come on, guys, get your branding together.
Yeah, these people really need to get their shit together. Someone might think they are overly impressionable or something.
What? No.
After ending off some smaller flying brains, Marky began to realize that very little of Remy's instructions make much sense, and they were forced to perform the ritual themselves. This time, refolding the crease in reality with an intention of their own. And with the blink of an eye, Marky was gone. Join us as we enter the Shadows of Prophecy, Act 1, In the Shadows, Chapter 11, The Forgotten. So Salvador and Ren, you are standing in this cavern chamber by this ritual circle that you just enacted. The giant brain is gone. Just like a husk of goo remains. And Marky is nowhere to be seen as the arcane energy just kind of fizzles and dissipates all around you.
We saw her poof, right? She's just not we looked away.
She just kind of faded away.
Oh no. Oh.
Well, does that mean, do you think that worked?
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
It felt like a big price to pay for that. She left her journal.
Yeah, that's right there.
Okay, I'll pick it up. What should I do with it?
Open it.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. I mean, what do you mean? What am I looking for?
Is it still have writing in it?
Oh, I guess that's fair. Does it still have writing in it?
Marky's journal?
Yeah.
Marky.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been keeping this journal for?
It's my little note journal, so probably
It's a more recent thing?
No, it happened before this adventure or anything. It's where I write down ideas for poetry and stuff. So probably ever since I've been a little poet bard critter.
Okay.
For a while. I mean, there's more recent notes in it from in being in the castle, but there's definitely stuff from before.
Are the notes of the castle still in there?
So you start flipping through.
Yeah, I go to the end.
And you go to the end, and the last entry is for several years ago.
Oh.
What are the deets?
They're lines of poems, a story that she's written about ham hocks.
So we've...
Sections of it crossed off, scribbled, words replaced.
This does not bode well.
No, it doesn't. I'll, stow the journal. I don't know what else to do here, though. There's,
Yeah.
I guess we just leave. We've got doors to collect.
Yes, we do. Hopefully they're still there and the collection agency hasn't picked them up.
I mean, that'd also be fine if they did, because they just need a home.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Where they could talk to people. Okay, we leave.
Yes, up the stairwell.
I jingle along the way, because I'm still
God, you have
packing
so
so much gold.
So yeah, you make your way through the caverns, past all the rotted beds, the decaying wood of the meal chamber, the pile of junk, past the original ceremony circle.
Should we go back and take one of these things with us?
Take one of the what's for us.
Like the tentacle brains.
Oh, are they? I guess we
think
did
they're all
kill
gone.
one. Yeah, the tentacle
So
brains.
there's the little brains that were flying that you fought before, and they're just kind of lumps of gray pink flesh
Oh,
lying on the ground.
I mean, if
But
you
the
want to
big
take some.
great brain is just
shriveled.
it's shriveled like a husk, and there's just this black pinky goo just pulling out around it.
Oh, okay.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I was thinking possibly we could take this as a warning or something.
Pin it to the door.
Yeah, it's just,
I don't know if people. I don't Does it feel lighter? Because I know before it was just haunted. We knew it was haunted. We could tell that it was haunted. Do things feel like they've settled?
You listen to the noises of the castle, and that the rattling of the chains, the wails, the cries, all the weird creaks seem to have dissipated, and it's almost eerily silent. You would almost come accustomed to the noises of the haunted castle.
See, it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the worst it could
It's mostly safe, I'm sure. Also, not our job.
Yeah, I feel like we've done our duty here, so.
All right, so we'll head out, probably try and get out the front gate so we can get to the doors.
Exactly.
All right. So you head up through the caverns, past the original ceremony circle, down the long hallway, up the stairs onto the main floor. And you this time turn right towards the front entrance of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
The grand hall of pillars is dark. The torches do not light this time. Everything is quiet, covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs.
I guess I'll light up a torch so we can see. You could probably see already. But
Yeah.
So I can see. And go to the front doors. Shove them open, maybe.
You light the torch, and it illuminates the hall as you notice the guard figures slumped on the sides of the hall, their armor rusted.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
They
And
haven't
again,
moved, so.
Yeah.
And you head down the hall to the doors and notice the metal has rusted there as well. And you go to push them open and give me a strength roll.
Okay. Combined strength.
Oh. That's pretty.
That's 13.
All right.
Yeah, I think I got. That's a 5.
All right. So you heave into this door, and at first it does not budge. And you heave again, shoving all your weight into it. And then it begins to very loudly creak and rattle as you push it open. The rust has done a number on the hinges, and as you push open the doors, the light from outside breaks in. It is early morning.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
I thought it would be nighttime.
seems like we've been perpetually in the dark. But yeah, well.
You look out over Valerian. The castle sits at the top of the hill, and you see the city below you. You can hear the bustle of people in the city below.
That's a pleasant sound. That's nice to hear.
Yes, as opposed to shriekings and wails
Right.
and vomiting corpses. Yeah.
Wet ghosts. I go check on the doors. Are they there?
So the doors would not be through the front entrance.
Oh, they're at the back.
They would be in the back courtyard.
Oh, I thought we
Shit, go around.
Yeah, we'll go
around. I ain't going back through that castle. We'll walk around.
Where's the gardens?
Right.
So you make your way around through the outer wall of the castle barricades to a big wrought iron gate. Through it, you can see the overgrown gardens. But the gate does not budge.
Do we see the doors? Like where we would have lowered them down?
As you peer on through, give me a perception check.
Oh, 21.
Whoa. That's pretty good.
You
I see
peer
everything.
through these double sets of wrought iron gates, and all you can see is just the tangle of vines and overgrown bushes just covering the entire courtyard. You remember when you saw this last, it was a little unkempt, but what you see now is just years and years of growth beyond the last time you saw it.
So if the doors are in there, they're probably all over covered up.
Knock, knock.
You call out, and you don't hear anything.
What about the window that we broke to lower them down? Is that still broken?
You can't really see that from this angle.
If only I brought my telescope. Wait, no, they didn't have a telescope in Alice's backpack.
I mean, maybe we just tell people. We'll tell the people at the Yik Yak.
What's the deal? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just be like, there are some cool talking doors up at the abandoned castle. By the way, it's abandoned.
In case you didn't know.
Your monarchs are dead. That they're like in the courtyard. We could just tell them and they'll come get them.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be fine for a few days. They have each other to talk to now, so.
What if they like rotted away because they're made of wood?
They're magical, though.
Then they've moved on to a better place, maybe.
That's true. Their souls were super trapped in those doors.
They're just in the doorknobs now.
So let's head back to
The Yik Yak.
Yeah, let's head back to the Yik Yak. I know it's the middle of the morning, but I could go to bed.
I could go for a nice
A drink and a sleep.
and a sandwich.
Oh, a sandwich. That sounds great too. All right.
All right, so you make your way down the winding path to the bottom of the hill as you enter the city. It takes you a while to gain your bearings, as the last time you came to the castle was from a very different approach. But eventually, you find your way to the Yik Yak Inn. You remember the aroma of spices and hopped ale, and you hear the bustle of people inside, although somewhat less energetic as your previous encounter.
Yeah, it's because it's the morning.
Yes, it is the morning.
Which, I mean, like, day drinking, great. But also...
They're doing a boozy brunch special, actually.
Oh, we love a boozy brunch special. I could use a boozy brunch special. And a bath. A bath sounds good, too.
Yeah, do they have bats here? I did not inquire.
So you enter the Yik Yak Inn and Tavern, and you see the barkeep bussing tables, cleaning them down, and doing some prep work for the day. There's a couple patrons sitting about. Everyone here is a regular, but they're just having a quiet morning meal before they start their days.
All right. Find a booth, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So we find a booth. Sit down.
So you sit down, and that's when you see Davy coming out from behind the bar. She comes up to your table. Hello there, I'm Davy. I'll be your server today. Is there anything that I can get ya?
Yes. I'll have an ale, whatever the special is, and if I could get just like a small bowl of milk for my cat, that'd be great.
Aw. And what's their name?
This is Twilight. And I give her a little bit.
Aw,
give him a pat.
Twilight. Oh, so pretty.
He's very friendly, so feel free.
All right. I'll have that right on up. And first ale of the day, so I guess you're having a good time.
It's been a long night. Yeah.
And for you, sir?
what do you recommend? Any trout or something like that?
We do have some dried fish, some dried salted fish. It's great over some toast for breakfast.
Oh, great. I'll have that.
Yeah. And then we do have a gravy. Would you like a gravy on that?
Oh, perfect. Yes.
All right. I'll be right back with that. And she whisks off into the kitchen area.
How old does Davy look? Does she look as we remembered her looking, or is she like mid-aged versus
Good
younger?
question.
Yeah, so when you met Davy, she was probably like late teens, early 20s. She's probably rounding 30 now.
She doesn't seem to remember us either.
No.
And we're pretty particular
Yeah.
as
We're
people.
Peculiar.
We're peculiar. Thank you. We're peculiar compared to probably what she normally sees. So,
Mhm. Yeah, we come to the bar at 9:00 in the morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Are very obviously outsiders. As you may recall, Valerian is mostly composed of halflings and dwarves.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, but I don't remember Davy.
You don't.
You don't remember Davy.
Just kidding.
No.
All retcon all of what I just said.
Well, yeah.
This is a
she
fun new
seems nice.
experience for everyone.
I feel like
I've also never been here before.
Marky and Sal have like giving you the download of like, oh, we met Serpent Fang. I
okay,
accidentally
okay.
made fun of Rex, and yeah. But yeah, okay.
I'm just missing my memory.
Is this where Marky would be?
Yeah, is
Yeah,
I don't know if you have
so
something specific in mind for her, like intro, or if I should just jump in.
Marky, you tend to show up earlier in the day to practice some of your performances.
My new material.
Yeah, the barkeep does not seem to mind. Gambrinus is their name. They don't seem to mind you coming in, and there aren't a lot of customers at this point of the day.
So from behind you guys, from a corner of the inn that you can't see, you hear a familiar voice.
Ooh, I'm so happy.
Wait, and here tell a tale of love and of loss. You know how it begins, as it always does. Two fair young things, starry-eyed, hearts joined in dance, voices raised in song. The cut of cruel fate with her callous knife. One fair young thing, broken-hearted, heart still without dance, voice silent without song. Close your eyes. Listen. And at this point, she looks around to make sure everybody has their eyes closed, and she uses prestidigitation for this next part. Can you hear the wind whisper their names, calling them home to each other? Can you feel the rolling field of green grass, soft as a remembered lover's touch? Can you see our two lovers, less young, still fair, the grass and wind conspiring against fate to guide them back into the other's arms?
Ren has taken out his little journal and is furiously writing.
has spellbinding.
And maybe there's like weak applause from like one random person.
There's like a couple people who are they know that you come in here. They give you like their little like, yay, that's great.
Any notes, Davey?
So at this point, Davy has returned to your table, Salvador and Ren. She is carrying the ale. She has a plate of the dried fish over toast with gravy, and she sets that down on the table. She goes, "If you don't mind me asking, you're not from around here. Where are you from?"
Ren is dumbstruck. like if you just look at him, he just like looks spaced out and like not here listening to anything that anybody else is saying, and is just like staring at his journal.
My friend is from south, and I'm probably from further south. But yeah, we're from Terravas. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Ah, yes, Terravas. Haven't been there myself, but I hear it's beautiful this time of year. Great job, Marky. I can't wait to hear the performance this evening.
Thanks, Davey. What did you think of that part in the middle that I added? Better than last time?
Oh, yeah, it's just so... it flows so nicely.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been working on it for a little while. You know, you hear a tip-tap of little claws on the wooden floor. And a little scaly elbow props itself up on the table next to you. Care to buy a girl a drink?
Yes, however many she wants.
Yes.
I'll have a glass of your finest, Davy. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Where are you folks from? You look like you got a lot of stories to tell.
We haven't met before, have we?
I think I would remember meeting two gentlemen the likes of you, so tall and handsome.
Which one taller?
Well, you're both sitting down, so I can't tell.
Which one more handsome?
I don't pick sides.
Very diplomatic.
Ren's gonna reach into his pack and pull out Marky's journal.
Huh?
And like push it over to you.
Now, would I also have like a second, my own version of this journal that I have with me?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, you're a... Where did you find this? I grab it, but then I simultaneously also reach in my pocket and pull out my version. Oh, I thought maybe that I must have dropped it, but we appear to have a situation on our hands.
Yeah. So I don't know how to say this.
I start flipping through it. Somebody is stealing my material.
Espionage of the entertainment variety.
Where did you get this?
No, you.
Who did you take this off of? Are you stealing my material?
No, we got.
This is a Marky original of the Ham Hock story. Did you hear me doing this Ham Hock story and you wrote it down for yourself to try and get fame and intrigue that should be rightfully mine?
They're both yours.
They're identical.
They're identical. You.
I don't know they are identical. Now
I don't know the best way to say this, but you were with us and we broke a spell, which you don't remember for whatever reason, and you were stuck in a time loop, and now you're here, and we thought you were dead.
But you're alive.
But you're alive, so that's great. And you wrote my poem. And I take out the slips of paper that I had like shown you before, and I like slide them over. They're like old and clearly not just written.
Are you accusing me of plagiarism?
No, I showed you these. I asked you to finish my poem for me. It's...
She starts flipping through the little pieces of paper. Well, I can see some similarities, although I personally am not so into the rhyming thing.
That's fine. It was beautiful. I wrote it down. I'm just like...
Now,
dumbstruck.
This is... So you're telling me that I went and did a spell with you guys and died, and now I'm here? That sounds kind of uncharacteristic of me, to be honest.
It was a heroic tale.
Oh!
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah. You being a person stuck in time, reliving the same day with everybody in your town, you ventured out. You ventured under castle You found a mysterious cult that trapped your
Hold
town.
on, I'm writing this down. Marky's furiously writing.
So I guess we spend the next like hour or so just retelling what we did, like step by step, just like going through it and like explaining what Marky did, lighting the torches, killing the shadows, finding the soggy ghost.
There's
in
chocolate.
the correct order.
Yeah.
There was chocolate.
There was chocolate.
Oh
Wait.
yeah, I have chocolate here. I give you some more chocolate.
And at some point, Davy stops working and pulls up a chair. She sits on it backwards. She puts her head on her hand and is just like fascinated by this tale that you are telling.
I love this, but I have to admit, I find it hard to believe that I did all of these things that you're saying.
I don't know how to impart on you that you are amazing and you did all these things and
I'm just a regular girl.
you're way more than that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're incredible.
You know,
Yeah.
you know puzzles, you know jokes. You defeated a duopoly of doors
What? Really?
and a buggy box
Wow.
with buggy locks.
Duopoly of doors. Buggy box. Buggy locks.
Oh, speaking of those doors, we left them. We think we left them in the back garden. You know where we said we lowered them down. They
Right,
should
yeah,
still
after
be
we did
there.
their riddles.
That's a good. Yeah, they should still be there. And if you can find them, it's a confirmation that we did the things. They should be in the
Oh.
back garden. We thought that maybe it'd be great for the Yik Yak to have like these like novelty talking doors, like maybe for the bathrooms or maybe for the bar itself, and they can like tell jokes or ask riddles. Just an idea, just a thought.
Okay, well, yeah, that's sort of, Davey, maybe you can pitch that to Gambrinus. What do you think? Talking riddle doors? Davey?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Gosh, that castle's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, and apparently there are talking doors in the back garden.
Oh, wow.
How many years would you say?
Gosh, it was like almost a decade ago. No one knows exactly what happened, but when they went to go investigate, everybody was dead.
Oh, when we were
That
last
was
here,
terrible.
we were under the understanding that like the castle was still running, people were still there. So like this time loop thing when we cut
Oh,
it.
no.
Oh, so now we just went crazy.
The Lord of Valerian died, gosh, a decade ago. No one knew. The body was never found, though.
All very mysterious. I'm working on a little something about it.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm thinking he walks around town, but his head is a pumpkin.
Whoa.
That's that could work.
That's what I'm working on.
could
But I
work.
think, you know what? The story that you've told me is going to take higher priority.
The
Oh,
Lord
sure.
of course.
Yeah.
But, maybe a little like folk story for the children. Be like, don't be out late. This spooky pumpkin king will get you.
Yeah. Because he's missing his head.
And he'll take yours.
And he'll take yours to replace it.
Sounds
Yeah.
very original.
Kids love that. Gosh, well, I am a special girl. I'm not a regular girl. I'm a special girl.
Yeah.
I can do anything.
I've been telling her that for ages.
Everybody
Keep
loves
telling
you.
her that.
Well, everybody loves me. I'm Marky. How many drinks have we had at this point?
Oh, yeah. I feel like this is one of those stories that, like, Davy just keeps going back into the kitchen and, like, bringing back fresh drinks because, like, this is a special day. There's some interesting visitors that are definitely very out of place telling this absurd tale. Work isn't really heavy yet, so Davy's just kind of like in for the ride. And yeah, you are all pretty toasty at this point.
Wow. Well, so I was the hero who saved everybody in the town.
Yes.
Do you think, can I quote you on that? I was the hero who saved
100%.
everybody.
We were just background.
We were
sidekicks, maybe.
accessories.
Okay. And you did say that I specifically went first through most of the doors, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
You ran ahead.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I ran
You
bravely ahead.
Bravely kicked open doors where we were afraid to.
Okay, perfect. She underlines hero like 3 or 4 times. Wow, this is going to be incredible material. But how do you think I can prove that it was me?
Ooh.
You know?
Look in your bag.
Oh, okay. I look at my bag.
Do you have a piece of black cloth?
Yeah, I was wondering what this thing was. I pull it out.
You pull out the portable hole. It opens up.
Ah!
It unfurls.
Oh, yeah, it does that sometimes. Hold on. Like, I stick my head in it.
Your head just disappears into the hole.
Oh, I pull it back out. Yeah, I've been putting stuff in here.
You got that from Remy that we mentioned.
Oh, yes, the extra dimensional being that's using my body in other dimensions.
Yes.
I close my eyes for a second and I think, Remy, you there?
Oh, would you still have the eye amulet that you'd gotten in your hat?
Oh, do I?
You do.
Oh, my gosh. I need to pay more attention to what I've got in my pockets, honestly. I just sort of zone out about that kind of stuff. I assume that it, I got it one way or another.
Yeah.
Is Remy there?
You don't hear any response.
Oh, well, good/bad news, guys. I think Remy has evacuated my body for the time being.
That's probably for the best, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like they were a decent sort.
Unclear.
I had a personally a very different experience with my inner voice. It wasn't great.
Oh,
He
yeah.
gave me this ring. It hurts.
Right. That
It
never
hurts.
comes off.
Yes.
Yeah, you mentioned. She underlines, like,
Don't put a ring on it.
Demon ring.
demon ring. Yeah. And draws a small stick figure of you, like, holding up your hand, like, ah! Yeah, I'll include that somewhere, maybe as, like, a one-off line.
But I would say it's not a coincidence that you happen to have all these things on your person that we can name.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. You guys either went through my stuff when I was asleep, or the story you tell is true. I guess those are the only two options.
Yeah.
Well, and so did you get what you were looking for?
Not quite.
But we got a lead.
We've got a lead. So
Oh, okay.
we will be heading out probably.
Oh, you're
soon.
going so soon?
Yeah.
Oh, we just met.
I know. But you're here, and we could come back
Yeah.
someday.
We know where the town is now, so.
But don't you want to hear my first performance of the Heroic Tale of Marky working title?
I mean, we could probably stay the night.
We could, yeah.
Well, it's going to take a little while to write, but so maybe like a week? Stay a week?
I don't know.
You can come meet my mom. Oh, she's going to go crazy when you tell her this story about me. She always knew I was destined for great things, although I think she was probably thinking of something like, inventing a new way of curing meat and not venturing through a dark castle and doing a spell to undo a time lock.
Marky's mother is very nice, and she makes a great ham hock.
Oh.
True. For her birthday every year, I get her the biggest ham hock I can find in the city.
Oh.
I'm torn.
Mama Marky!
I do pull out. Remember when we went to the orrery, and the next alignment is in a year.
Oh, that's true.
But
So you're not in a rush?
Aren't we?
not particular. I mean, we still have to figure out how we're going to get to Harrow and where Harrow is, and
Yeah, do we just know where Harrow is? Have we heard of it before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so we
just
could,
on the western part of the country.
I think after the events of that, we could probably take a day or two just to sleep.
That's true. We definitely need a day to sleep.
Yeah, you can't be heading out so quick. Who knows? You guys might be haunted.
Oh no, residual ghost.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not too, but
I
you
still
never
have
know
a
with
cursed
stuff
ring,
like that.
so-
All right, well, why don't you come meet Davey? You want to come hang out with Mama Marky, or when's your shift end?
I would love to, but I think I have some work to do here. Should
Oh,
probably
that's fair.
sober up a bit.
Oh, Davey, you cat. All right, well, I'll give her your best.
All right. Nice to meet you two fellas. Have a grand time at the Markey household.
Thanks for the gravy, Davy.
Hey!
Hey.
But Okay, so you're going to have to tell her the story again. It's going to be pretty similar, but I think you should probably leave out the parts where bad things happen to me because she gets a little bit upset about that.
Sure.
So
You were safe the whole time.
I was safe the whole time. I was extremely, extremely brave, but also very, very safe. Marky is like walking right in between you. She's holding onto both of your hands like a toddler. Tippy tap, tippy tap, tippy tap through the streets, pointing out various things. That's an alleyway. Do you see that alleyway?
Yes.
Okay, once in that alleyway, I had to fight off a raccoon.
With what?
My bare hands.
Oh.
My bare claws, rather.
Wow.
It gave me a stinky eye look, and it was blocking the way out, and I needed to get through because I was heading home, and it was late at night, and it was dark, and I didn't want to take the main street, so I had to go through this alleyway. But this raccoon was standing in the middle of it, like, this town ain't big enough for the both of us. And he was right. It wasn't big enough for the both of us. It was because I beat him. Tippy tap, tippy tap, tippy tap. She carries on through the town telling you all the various stories of all of the places that she has been and seen and done. And we arrive at the Markey household.
So you arrive at your mother's home and you push open the door. She is in the kitchen with her back turned to you. But as she hears the door creak open, she turns around, and as she sees you, you see her big toothy grin. And she runs on over. Marky, so great to see you. It's been forever.
Mom! I give her a big hug.
She embraces you. I see you've brought company.
Yeah, check them out. These are my new friends. We went on a time adventure together.
Oh, interesting. Oh, and so handsome.
Yes,
Right?
thank
Which
you.
one do you think is taller? Whisper to me in my ear. Don't let them hear.
Yeah. Puff out our chest.
So in your ear, you hear your mom whispering. And
Yeah, that's
Salvador
what I thought,
and
too.
Ren cannot hear what she says.
I agree. Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Well, come on in. Our home is always here for people. And yeah, make yourselves at home, I guess.
Thank you
Yeah?
so much, Mom. I brought them here because I thought for sure you would want to be the first one to hear the story about how I very safely went into the castle and in a really calm and controlled way undid a big magic spell that saved everybody in the town from being stuck in a time loop forever.
Oh, wow. You know, Marky's always been such an imaginative soul.
Yes, I can see that. All right. So I guess we sit down and like tell the PG version of the story.
Well, can we have a little ham while we talk, Mom?
Oh yes,
Please.
I've been told that your famous ham hocks are the best in town.
Oh, absolutely. I'll get it on out. Marky, maybe after you're done telling your wonderful, fantastic tale, you could help your mother out with something?
Of course, Mom. You know I am. You raised me from when I was just a little pippet, so of course I am here to return the favor for you as an adult.
Thank you. The bats are back.
Oh my god, the bats!
Yeah, you know, I don't know why they keep coming back. There must be something in the attic that they're interested in.
Man, I can't believe it didn't really do the trick last time. I thought that sort of loud screeching noise that would outcompete them for their screeching would really get rid of them, but they've only left for a little while, huh?
Yeah, so you know, my old legs, they don't get up in the attic anymore. That ladder is just too steep.
Oh yeah, no, Mom, don't go up in the attic. You're gonna fall and kill yourself.
Oh, yeah, we're more than happy to help too.
Yeah, these guys are...
They look very capable.
Yeah, so there are like these bats up in the attic, right? And they like have probably been living here longer than we have. And they just keep coming back. And I've tried everything to get rid of them. I've tried going up and making a really loud noise. I've tried explaining to them that we don't want them there. I've tried putting food outside for them so that they would go outside and eat the food outside. I have tried closing the door and ignoring them for several days so that they would feel uncomfortable socially. Nothing's working.
Have you looked for how they're getting in?
No.
Well,
Maybe like the window that's open up there?
Well, yeah, maybe if you scared them all out and then closed the window, they wouldn't come in anymore. We could always check for holes, too.
You are a puzzle-solving sort, aren't you? Clever.
We are a puzzle-solving sort.
Me too. I am a puzzle-solving sort because of the bug box.
With the bug box, which we will explain, Miss Marley.
Absolutely. So I'll go get the ham and I'll be right back.
Okay, perfect. This is going to be so great, team.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. The attic is pretty small and it's low. It's like, I mean, I could stand up in it, but you guys might have to hunch over a little bit.
Okay.
It's okay.
That'll
Well,
probably make it easier to clean.
If we just pots and pans scared them outside and then
close the window.
And then close the window.
And then
I think that'll
close
do
the
the work.
window.
We could check for holes too in the roof if there are any.
Okay, I mean, it's an old house.
Yeah. But
I would also suggest,
patch to roof.
this is a wild idea, but I was thinking of buttering the
bats?
rafters.
Oh,
So that normally bats hang from the rafters, but if it's buttery, they can't. They just fall on the ground.
that's such a good idea. Oh my gosh.
If you put sticky paper on the ground and the buttery bats fall into the paper,
Then we've got bats.
yeah, you can move them. You can more easily discard them, I suppose,
Discard them.
or relocate them. I don't deal with bats a lot.
That's fair.
So you all sit down in Marley's living room. And after a little while, she comes back with a plate of cured ham hock. She sets it down and seats herself in one of the sofas.
I like to imagine that all the furniture is also like cobalt sized, so you guys are like kind of
It's like a little
curled up
stool.
Sneeze out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tight quarters. Yeah, for sure.
We usually don't have guests as large as yourself, I'm afraid.
That's all right.
As tall as both of you are.
It's still very comfortable.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I fluffed those cushions just last week. I'm mommy's little cushion fluffer.
That you are, honey. So yeah, let's hear the story.
So it starts in the Yik Yak Tavern.
Oh, love a good yik yak story.
Right? Yeah. I was telling the ham hock story, they said.
Mm-hmm.
You know the ham hock
You
story.
know, that's
Everybody
my
loves
favorite
it.
story of hers.
Maybe
it
you're the
stars her.
inspiration.
Yeah.
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 I never thought of that. Oh, Marky, did you put your mom in the story?
I did. Of course I did, Mom. You're my muse.
That's so sweet.
Oh, I love you, Mom.
I love you too, Marky.
Oh, they go in for the hug.
Yeah, she like gets back up and she like goes and gives you another
And
big
I give her a
hug.
big hug too back. We're
And
never
then
going
she
to get
gives
through
you
this
a
story.
kiss on the forehead, and then she sits back
Aw.
down and she sits and she waits for the story to continue.
Yeah. So I guess
So
we
it starts in the yik yak.
it starts in the Yik Yak, and then we just like
Fade.
go in. We fade into
Yeah.
black as we
Yeah, as
tell
you
the story of your
again,
adventure.
Yeah.
Again, as like dramatic, but like safe.
Yeah.
PG version.
And now hearing it for the second time, Marky occasionally like interjects with like a special flourish, and she's like, and then like I ran up the stairs, you know, with my tail going the way that it always does, Mom.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in that dramatic way that I've been practicing.
Yeah, it's very dramatic.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's like her signature move.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've got a couple of those. So I'm going to add them into the story if you don't mind.
Oh, of course. I'm sure
Okay.
you did them.
yeah.
you
I think
definitely
I
did
was
them.
probably, I mean, whatever version of Marky this was, I'm sure she also had signature moves. I can't imagine any version of Marky without signature moves.
Oh, absolutely not.
Me either.
Yeah. Signature moves from day one.
Yeah. Sticking out the little leggy.
Sticking out the leggy. Snout in the air. All right. Shall we deal with the bats?
Oh, yeah. Wow, that was quite a tale.
Right?
Um,
Did you know that we had been stuck in a time loop? I didn't.
Oh, like, this was real?
Yes.
You didn't just make this up, Marky?
Well, I didn't make it up. Maybe they made it up, but I think it's real. Because look at what I've got. And I pull my hole out of my bag.
Oh, my.
See?
That's quite something.
I stick my arm in and out.
Oh.
Right? You know, remember how last week I was like, oh, Mom, is this your void in my bag? And you were like, no, that's not my little tiny snippet of void. And I was like, well, it's not my tiny snippet of void. Like, where did I get it? And you were like, maybe your cousin left it here the last time that they were visiting. And I was like, okay, but we're not going to see them again for a couple of weeks. So the next time we see them, I'll ask them if it's their little snippet of void. And then I forgot to ask them the next time that we saw them. And so I've just like had it because I don't want to throw it out if it is theirs, but I also don't want to like, keep it if it's not mine. And it turns out that I got it by reversing a magical time spell and talking to some sort of being that lives in my brain.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I think I do remember that conversation. Well, that's interesting.
We put the bats in the hole.
We put the bats in the hole.
We put the bats in the hole.
You put it on the window, yeah.
Are you sure that's safe, Marky?
Oh, I've been in the hole. And if I can go in the hole, a bat can go in the hole.
All right. I will trust your judgment.
Thanks, Mom.
You can put them in the hole and then release them outside.
Yeah.
Into the castle. We can go back to the castle.
Oh.
You can bring them to the castle and release them.
We could get the doors.
Yeah.
The doors, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I do. Oh, yeah, Mom, did you like the part about the doors?
Oh, yeah. I really like that one door. The other one was kind of boring.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
Kind of drab.
Oh, yeah. Well, Marky pops the last little bit of ham hock in her mouth, dusts off her hands. Up to the attic we go.
Yes. To the bats.
All right. Thanks, Mom.
Anytime, Murky. Yeah, let me know when you're done with the bats, and then maybe we can go to the park this afternoon. I could pack a picnic basket.
Oh, that sounds really nice. But, I'm going to the castle with my new friends, Mom.
Oh, that's right. All right.
But maybe tomorrow? Picnic tomorrow?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, great.
I'll just work on some wood carving this afternoon then.
Oh, perfect. I can't wait to see your latest sculpture of a fern.
Yeah, I've been doing this series of wood carvings.
Really good.
Oh, yeah. So I've been doing ferns, I've been doing trees, flowers, all sorts of plant.
It's kind of a renaissance. She was like an empty nester now. She's really revived and found her own passions. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really great.
She did a great job raising me, and now she gets to explore her own interests again.
Are these for sale, or they're just a personal project?
Oh, I never thought to sell them. I just been making them, and it was really just for myself.
I would buy a flower.
Oh, I'm not
Right,
going to
Marky?
make you pay for one.
No,
You can-
absolutely.
I have plenty.
You're an artist.
Mom,
Take
let
this
them-
one.
let them buy it.
This one really brings out your eyes. She like picks up
I'm
this
gonna,
like sunflower. It's very large. It's like a big dinner plate.
would there be something more that I could, like something smaller that I could just like tuck in my backpack a little easier? Just because we're travelers, and so something big like that would be a bit cumbersome. I love it. Don't get me wrong.
It's one of your best pieces, Mom.
It is. It
you
is.
Can't
And I
give,
wouldn't.
You can't
right.
give that one away, Mom.
Do you have
That's
like a
one of your best
smaller
pieces.
version, like a small little mini
Like a
sunflower?
saucer.
Let me think for just a moment. I was doing this series of leaves a while back. I think I might have a couple sitting around still that haven't gotten buried.
Oh, yeah. The leaves are so great, Mom.
Yeah. Are you more of a maple or an oak?
Maple for me.
All right. And for you?
Oak? Yeah.
Also, did I ever catch your names?
Oh yeah, I'm Ren.
And I'm Salvador.
Very nice to meet you, gentlemen. I'll be right on back, and I'll actually, you go on up into the attic, and I'll have these waiting for you when you get down. It might take me a little while.
Perfect. You'll earn your leaves by getting rid of the bats.
Seems like a fair.
There you go. No currency needed.
Isn't
No
she so great?
exchange, just bartering services.
Wonderful.
Bartering services, buttering rafters.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Up the crickety little ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so you pull down the ladder from the attic, and you kind of get up it. I don't know.
Yeah.
You climb a ladder. Oh my gosh, I don't know why that was so hard to say. You climb the ladder up into the attic, And it's rather dusty up there, but you can tell that somebody has been periodically coming up to tend to the bat problem. And so there's like footprints in the dust all around, rather chaotically, like kind of kicked up in some sort of like almost dance-esque in how it's been kicked up throughout the attic. And there's like a little light coming in through the open window. But it's rather warm. The air is very stagnant and quite dusty.
So, how are we doing this?
Well, I thought, we could put them in the hole, or we could make a lot of noise and chase them out the window, or we could butter the rafters and put sticky paper on the floor. I think those are our 3 options. Which one do we want to go with?
Close the window
We
first.
should definitely close the window. Unless we want to...
We can't close the window while the bats are still in here.
That's true. Unless we're putting them in the hole. Let's just make a lot of noise and see if they naturally go out the window, maybe.
Okay. I mean, it's worked before. Sometimes I recite to them, and they do not care for it. It's a little disheartening, actually. But
Ren takes out his, like, cooking... like his like camping cooking utensils.
Okay, yeah.
And I start banging them together.
Yeah, and Marky starts stomping on the floor and hooting and hollering.
Be gone. Be gone.
Be gone, bats!
Sal's just yelling.
So, yeah, you all start making a commotion and you start to see movement in the rafters. As you look up, you see several bats hanging from the rafters and their wings are starting to open. And as you move towards them, they begin to fly around and they start flapping all around. They're like freaking out.
This is
at this
fine.
Duck
point.
your head, duck your head.
And so they're like swooping all around you, circling. They keep ramming themselves into like objects like they're all like everything is freaking out.
Twilight's probably jumping around trying to catch
Oh my
some.
god.
Yeah. And this scene just turns into utter chaos. What are you doing?
Are they leaving? Are any of them like going out the window?
They seem to be struggling to find the window.
I guess it's daytime and bats don't usually like fly around in the daytime.
Yeah. They seem very disoriented all of a sudden. They're just kind of chaotically flying around.
I guess I could try gust of wind.
Could you take
Gust of wind!
Could you take the hole and just like
Yeah, like a bag.
But then I got bats in my hole. And I keep stuff in there. I have stuff in there, you know? I keep a bunch of furniture that I'm going to fix up later in there.
Could you use your gust of wind to blow them like into the window?
Yeah, I could direct it.
Okay, do it, yeah.
Is there anything loose? Like, is there anything you don't want to be floating around?
It's just so dusty up here, so I would, everybody
Yeah,
like
picture
cover up.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Pull your shirts over your face.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Sal
Go,
gets
Sal.
to the corner and he sort of like gets ready to.
I bring Twilight downstairs.
Okay.
And he casts gust of wind to push these bats out the window.
All right, so your gust of wind starts flurrying around the attic. The dust kicks up, and this and a couple loose papers, some loose fabrics, they fly up with it, and everything is just like channeled out of the window.
And Marky slams the window shut as the bats go out.
This might be the cleanest it's ever been, probably for like a long time.
I know. Wow, this is actually great.
Yeah, cobwebs completely gone, no dust.
We're covered in dust.
Yeah, we're
covered in
Yeah, our
dust.
hair is like standing. Well, Marky doesn't have hair, but
Yeah, all your hair
She looks
and like
disheveled.
every piece of clothing is like very disheveled, just kind of flown about.
Could really use that bath now.
oh, you guys want a bath?
I wouldn't
Sure.
complain.
Yeah. Well, we can heat up some water for you. It's a small bathtub, though.
Does the Yik Yak have any baths?
Oh, they do. Yeah, in their presidential suite.
Oh, we've got the money.
Not that means anything. There's no such thing as a president.
Have you ever stayed in the presidential
It's
suite?
named after this guy called President Harold.
First name
Yeah.
president, last name
There's no
Harold?
president in Valerian. There's also no Lord of Valerian anymore.
That's true.
It has turned into a
Free
democratic
city.
council.
What?
It's the Lord's suite. Sorry.
Have you ever stayed in the Lord Suite?
No. I sleep in a small room with the 2 busboys.
Oh, do you want to stay in the Lord Suite? Would you like it? I mean, like,
I want a bag.
we might as well get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are going to get the Lord's Suite?
Yeah. Can't be
Wow.
that bad, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I've never even asked.
Oh, fair. Oh, by the way, and I pull out a bag that jingles as I move it around, and I set it down in front of Marky.
What's this?
So I was thinking I could trade again, commerce for your mother's figurine, and I open it up, and there's like jewels and gold.
Oh!
And a lot of these, so I pull out some necklaces. A lot of these are probably a bit gaudy for your mother. She doesn't seem like the jewels
She
on
deserves
jewels.
it.
Well, she does, but what is her style?
Oh, she's rather gaudy.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she.
Marky takes after her mother.
What's
She's
her?
wearing like rings. She has like several chunky necklaces on.
What's her like favorite color? Like what works best with what she wears?
She really likes like banded agate.
Oh, I think I have some of that. And I like search through and like pull out like this like really gaudy big.
Oh my
agate
gosh,
necklace.
she's gonna love that. Oh, are
you
those
want-
matching earrings I spy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Here,
Oh, perfect.
Do you
She's
want
gonna go
anything?
Oh, I do. Marky picks out 2 sparkly bracelets and puts them on and strikes a pose that's almost exactly the same as the pose she struck when she put on those sparkly bangles.
Ren tears up a little bit.
Aw.
It's fine.
What do you
It's
think?
fine. Amazing.
It's
amazing.
perfect.
They're yours.
Ha! Great. And yeah, these necklaces and earrings will be great for my mom. She loves this kind of stuff. She deserves it. She deserves the world.
Yeah. I like put my pack away and
Perfect. Mom! I go down this, hurtle down the ladder precariously.
Oh, are you done up there? Wow, what a racket.
Yeah, well, the bats are gone and it's cleaner than it's ever been.
so you'll just want to keep the window shut.
That seems to be the trick of it.
Duly noted.
And look what we got for you. And Marky holds out the necklace and earrings.
Oh my gosh, those are so beautiful.
Aren't they? I think they're going to make your eyes really stand out.
Wait, these are for me?
Yeah.
Yes.
From our adventures in the castle.
Yeah.
Oh no, you shouldn't have.
It's a fair trade for the lovely leaves.
Well, that was
that you've
already a
carved.
trade for the bats out of the attic.
No. The bats were a trade for
The ham
the
hock.
ham hock
Yeah.
because it was delicious.
Yeah. And then the
All
necklace
right.
is
The
least we can
trade
do.
for the leaves.
All right.
Just commerce.
Take it, Mom. Your leaves are so good.
Thank you very much. This
And
is-
look at mine.
these are
I hold
good-
up my arms and shake them
Oh
around.
my
Jingle, jingle, jingle,
goodness. Those are so pretty, Marky.
Thanks. Yeah, you can borrow them if you want.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
All right. Well, we got to go to the castle, Mom.
Already?
Yeah. Well, we took care of the bats and everything, and I do want to see those talking dwarves.
All right. Give your mother a hug.
Of course, Mom. They have a big hug again. Oh, so much love in the Marky
She
household.
gives you a nice big squeeze and lets go, and then goes over and like wraps her arms around Salvador, gives him a nice squeeze around the waist.
I lift her up.
Oh,
Oh. As you set her back down, she runs over, wraps around Ren.
Ren will kneel down for the hug.
oh.
Aw, so cute. She gives you like both very like firm like squeezes and like holds on for a few seconds.
But really good hug.
like
She's a
really
great
good
hugger.
hugs. All right, well, you be safe in the castle. Let me know if you get into any trouble.
Of course, Mom. I never get into any trouble.
Oh, if that were true. I'll just be here whittling some more ferns.
Ferns, yeah.
And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, Marky.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, Mom. Good to see you as always.
Alright.
Did we get the leaves?
Love you. And she hands you the 2 leaves.
I like hang it on my pack, so
It looks really nice.
So cute.
Well, what I would tell you is that anything that happened in that castle was all worth it if that means that my mom doesn't have to live in a time loop forever. That's the worst thing to think about. All of my friends and everybody that I all know, and like Davey and everybody at the Yik Yak and my mom, just reliving the same day over and over again. And what if she never even, I bet she didn't get to whittle that day.
No. I don't know. Probably not.
I wonder if it was a bats day or a no bats day that we got stuck in.
Well, we do have the day that it occurred, so if she has a journal, maybe she could go back into it and figure out. But have you
Best not to dwell on it, hun.
Yeah, bats carvings. Yeah.
It's in the past.
We're looking forward.
We're looking for it. It's just, I'm so proud of myself. Little Marky took care of everybody that she loves.
So have you ever left town?
No.
Okay.
You have, though.
Well, I did. I
mean,
guess.
just outside the gate, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've gone outside the gate, like, before.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, have I? How did the fast forwarding time work?
Yeah, so after the time lock was reset, that like barrier that you experienced was no longer there.
Okay.
That was like a protection of a paradox. It was to
Okay.
prevent paradox. And so without that time lock in place, there was no need for that paradox barrier.
Okay, got it.
So people have left.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone like out and in. I've just never gone far away. Why would I? Everything that's important to me is here.
That's true.
Yeah.
To the castle?
To the castle.
Away.
Based on how the time lock and the paradox and everything worked, the Calderos home was outside of the time lock. So there wouldn't be any point to going there. It wouldn't be any different than it was the first time we went, right?
Yeah, right?
If you want to check it out, go for it.
I mean, what's there to look for, though? What's
I
there
don't
to do
know. It
there?
feels like you guys
But then
didn't
we'd have
really
to go
find any answers.
we did find some answers,
Yeah.
but it's just sending us in a new direction.
I guess
Yeah.
the only thing we'd learn is like if Alice still went there or like if anybody else took up. I guess, yeah, there would be no change unless somebody like flipped the house and they bought it from the town.
One house, agonizing dungeon.
And I don't want to go through that.
Yeah,
Understood, yeah.
Those
yeah.
trap rooms again. It was
No,
just- no.
it sounded kind of cool when you described it, and now I kind of want to try it again. No, it's okay. It's okay. Seems cool though. It sounds like I was really good at it.
You were. It
Yeah.
was unsafe.
Oh, yeah.
the way I'd put it.
Yeah, so you make your way back up the hill to the castle. The door is still left ajar. With how difficult it was to open, it just didn't seem like it was necessary to close it back up afterwards. What would you like to do?
Well,
You
I
remember
haven't.
the side gate was like rusted shut.
Oh,
I've got a spell for that.
Oh, you do?
I cast Shatter on this gate.
Standard.
So you go on over to the side gate, and as Ren and Marky are chatting, you clap your hands?
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
I say, "Be gone, gate!" and I clap my hands.
So dramatic. And as you do, the metal starts to crumble under the sound. Enough for you to just kind of pull random bits of it apart and clamber on through.
Oh, Sal, that is shrill.
Sorry, I should have warned you. I'm sorry.
And you make your way into the side yard. It is so freaking overgrown. You have brambles and vines and things, and you pull out
My short sword.
your short sword and you start hacking through. And it is a process. Like, you are hacking and hacking and hacking. It is hot and you are sweaty, and it is a lot of physical labor.
Can we see the window now that we're in the garden?
So now that you are in the garden, you do see the window.
Is it broken?
It is not.
That's not good, y'all.
So the
That's
doors. So now I'm thinking that you're telling stories.
But if they would still be in the castle.
Yeah, it might have time reversed itself back to how it was.
Oh. Huh.
Should we go
So I
check?
guess we could go check.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a diagram.
I do have a map I pull.
Oh, great. Well, I don't know. I haven't been in the castle since everybody disappeared. It feels sort of disrespectful, doesn't it?
I mean, you were in.
Oh, I mean, I'm talking about current market.
Yeah, yes.
You know,
That's true.
would is the castle? So it's all overgrown. I assume like, do people just like avoid it now? I assume it's probably been like looted.
Oh, yeah, it's been looted. Kids go there all the time.
Oh, this is where kids go to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Oh
They go
yeah,
to
so I used to come
smoke.
up here with my friends and get drunk.
There's like little camps set out in various sections of it with like cushions that like people have pulled and put there, little campfires that have been burned onto the floor.
Jeremy
gotta wa-
rules 1458.
Yeah.
You gotta watch your back when you're going through the castle. There are all kinds of hooligans and stuff in here. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is daytime, so like
Yeah.
generally cleared out during the day.
Well, if people are here sometimes, then maybe the doors have people to talk to.
I don't know.
Shall we go check?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go check that. We head up to the bedrooms where they were.
Yeah, so you
Chambers.
head up to the second floor into the king's quarters and you make your way over to where the doors were. And as you approach, you do notice that there are things written all over the walls about the doors. And as you start to read them, you start to realize that yes, people have been talking with the doors, and there's this like there's just like these little stories that people have written, little tributes to the doors. People, like, you can tell that this has become a space where the youths of the city of Valerian have come and hung out with the doors.
Oh, well, you know, that's really nice. We can't take them away from here.
This is their home. Yeah.
They're home now. Can I find the bug box?
I thought we took that with us.
Did we?
Because that has the prophecy inside
But did it
of
get
Oh,
reversed?
we did take the. Do we have the bug box?
You have the bug box.
Okay.
Is there a second one here? Because we had the paradox.
Oh, yeah. We've got the paradox bug box.
You don't seem to find another bug box.
Good. Okay.
Gosh, well, as we're walking through the castle, also Marky is like pointing out things. She's like, okay, and that's where we posed, right? Okay, and that's where the zombie threw up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And right here, would you say like kind of this is approximately where I did the cool thing with the torch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Okay,
You can
yeah,
still
yeah.
see
Torches, and then we're like, yeah, we did the sliding.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. She's getting like really into it.
You know what would be cool
What?
if you did like an interactive tour with people of the story.
Yeah.
And if this place is abandoned, I don't know, maybe you could get the city to like revamp it as like a tourist attraction, and you could do
Maybe.
like epic adventure tours.
Like an escape room.
Yeah, you repurpose the dungeon. Yeah.
Do you think there now are there still cursed spells in the basement?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Nothing glowed anymore when we were leaving. Everything was like
okay.
really still.
Okay.
I think that's all gone.
Yeah.
It'll need a good cleaning though.
Because
this
it
whole
would
place.
be so stupid if we accidentally time locked ourselves again.
You can't leave the castle. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I don't have the books I took from the library, do I? My big epic books from the library? Or
You do not.
Can we go to the library?
Yeah.
But I mean, throughout the years
that's
of
true.
it being
Everything's, like,
abandoned,
trash.
you might have gone back and gotten them at some point, not realizing that you had already done that.
Mm.
Fuck yeah, this is so confusing.
But did the
Time travel.
did the library look like anybody had gone there? Because I feel like that would be like the biggest thing that the cult would not want them to learn. Like, oh, there's this cult of scholars that was dealing with time.
Well, so the way that the library, like the information that you found in the library was weird because most of it was very cryptic. And if you didn't have the pieces of information that you already had, None of it made any sense.
Or
They
like-
seemed like research organizations that had some disputes.
Mm,
No details were really revealed in the library.
very vague. Okay.
Yeah. The reason you were able to piece it together is because you knew who some of the people were, or you also had Alice's journals
Yeah.
and letters from Vladland and things that kind of pieced it all together. Otherwise, the library just really makes them seem like they were just a research group, interested in uncovering the mysteries of the universe.
Mhm.
Well, that was fun reminiscing.
This
Yeah.
is so great, guys. I can't believe I am a hero.
Yeah, a little traumatic being back here, but that's
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry. I'm having a great time. I don't remember anything bad happening to me.
Oh, how enviable. But, I mean, it's how you grow as a person.
Yeah.
You deal with your trauma and you're able to master it.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the Yik Yak.
Back to the Yik Yak
Let's go
for
get
the
that Lord Sweet.
Lord
first
Sweet.
Lord Sweet and the first ever performance of what I am tentatively calling Marky the Hero.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
If you guys have any suggestions, it's a working title though. Marky the Hero, Marky the Time Hero, Tipsy Topsy Twisty Timey.
I think
That's not too
that's
bad,
pretty good.
That's
yeah.
pretty catchy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Back to the Yik Yak.
Back to the Yik Yak. Da, 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 da.
All right, so you arrive at the Yik Yak Inn once again and are greeted with the familiar smell of roasting meats and quite an energetic crowd this evening.
Well,
Davy! I wave her over.
She waves back. She's at a counter right now, or another booth right now.
Well, I guess I can go up to the bar then. What's his name?
Gambrinus?
Gambrinus. Gambrinus, sir.
Ma'am.
Ma'am. Gambrinus, ma'am.
So Gambrinus, as you might remember, which you obviously don't, Gambrinus was wearing like all sorts of different colored fabrics and bangles, and they were a very energetic person. So they are the barkeep. They're at the bar. You go up to them. Aye, you're back.
Yes, we would like to rent out the Lord Suite for tonight.
The Lord Suite.
Yes.
Marky's like behind them giving a thumbs up. Like, yeah.
And you're with Marky?
Yes.
indeed.
These are my pals. We ventured through the castle together in an alternate timeline. Sit tight. I'm telling the story tonight.
All right, I look out for it. Well, it's your lucky day, little lady.
Haha.
I
She
know
does a
you've been
jig.
trying to get into the Lord Suite for ages.
You
Where
know,
did you find these two fellas?
they found me.
Oh, and where you from?
What direction are we from?
We're south.
We're south. We're south.
You're from the south? Okay.
My renown has spread even there.
You mean like Siag, Pythia?
South and west for me.
Yeah. I don't.
I think you're from
Lore
north.
quiz,
You're
lore
from
quiz.
north of Siag.
North of Siag. I said just north of Siag.
Ah, all right. What brings you here?
They were looking for me. My fame has spread even to where they're from.
We hear that.
Oh,
we hear about
wow.
the tales of Marky leagues away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start upping my rates, Gambo.
Oh no.
I'm just
Have you
joshing
doing
ya.
this to my little lady? She's been drawing the customers in for years.
They love me. Everybody loves Marky.
Well, yeah, I'll get you set up. It's 20 gold for the evening.
Done. 20 gold.
Wow.
You pull out a jeweled tiara and you put it on the table.
I toss in an extra 5 as a tip for the staff.
Wow.
Marky, we haven't made this much money an evening in forever. Ever.
Marky brings in the money, Gambo. That's what I always say.
Well, keep it up.
I will.
She like goes back underneath the bar and she pulls out this lockbox and she sets the lockbox on the bar and then she pulls a key from her hip and she unlocks the lockbox. She opens it up, and inside, in like this little satin cushion, is another key.
I've never seen this key before.
Fancy brass key, and she pulls it out, and she offers it up to you.
Oh. This is an experience that I wasn't expecting.
That
Premium.
will get you to the Lord Suite.
Marky?
It's at the end of the hall on the 3rd floor.
I step out of the way for Marky.
Oh my gosh, Marky grabs the key and bravely charges down the hallway.
We follow.
So you charge up the stairs, up to the 3rd floor, and down the hallway. Sure enough, at the end of the hall is a very nice fancy door with a brass lock on it. You plop the key in, you turn it, it clicks, and you push open, and it is just gorgeous. Everything is satin, and it's like there's tapestries, brass candelabras, just like the most gorgeous room, and it is utterly untouched. They never rent out this room.
We've never had anybody stay in the Lord's Suite before.
Wow.
It's really crazy that it's here and it takes up so much space and it was so expensive to furnish.
But whenever you get somebody to take it, man, that's a
Yeah,
bonanza.
it's like worth it. We like if somebody gets it even like once a year,
It covers
it covers
Pays for itself. Yeah. Pays for the whole place.
Well, I think Marky's like scuttling all around. Bathrooms in here.
Hi.
Yes.
Oh, when is the performance tonight?
Oh, I usually start right about the time that people are drunk enough to start fights. That's my cue.
Gotcha. So how far do you feel like we are from that? Like, do I have to go for a bath?
Yeah, okay. We're still a couple of hours away. People
Okay,
seemed relatively sedate when we were walking through down there. I didn't hear nary a raised voice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So there is like a separate room that has these like those dividers with like the gorgeous like paper in the frames with like little scenes of like the mountains all over it and a big copper basin. So you all take turns having baths. There's like different bar soaps of different scents that you can select from and like different oils for your hair and like different bath products that you can try out and have this like luxurious evening as you hear all of the patrons downstairs.
Ren will, after his bath, Ren will put on his like fancy attire. He brings like one fancy out with him in case he needs to like woo somebody.
Just in case.
Just right.
when you're on the road. Yeah.
So it's like almost like a mildly frilly shirt with like a really
deep V.
A really deep V, but with a vest on and like pants, and it's got like gold stitching along the edges. It's very nice looking.
Jeez, I've
And
never...
he's put his
nice.
hair up in like a nice sort of like updo thing.
Marky has her little gemmy bangles on.
Sal's never seen this side of Ren. Cleans up pretty nicely.
Yeah, this is mostly just for work. Ren like pulls at his like vest uncomfortably.
Sal, what special outfit are you wearing?
Sal also has like a costume that is sort of more fancy than his business casual attire. But yeah, it's just like a dress shirt and sort of like a necktie, like a ribbony necktie.
Love
Cute.
it.
You guys look so great. Gosh, how can I even decide which one of you is more handsome? But I can decide which one of you is taller, but I'm keeping that to myself.
Are we including the horns?
That's what I've been debating in my head, but I don't feel like it's fair to include the horns.
Oh, my horns.
Yeah.
Yes, you have horns.
Yeah, I sometimes forget about that.
And then I hit them on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Well, it's like I'm always wearing a hard hat, so I never
yeah.
get a bump on my noggin.
That's true. All right, well, shall we? I hear hooting and hollering and the sound of glass breaking from downstairs. That's my cue.
Yeah.
So you descend the stairs into the bar, and as you do, you catch so many eyes. The three of you are just decked the fuck out. Kind of Marky. The bangles are a nice
I'm like,
touch.
it's just, I'm wearing my regular outfit, but then the bangles.
But the two tall gentlemen in their finest wares smelling of
Rose.
rose and
I was gonna say rose. That was mine.
Oh, you both smell like rose.
Smell-
Yeah, I
Smelling
smell
of
like a
roses.
lavender. Yeah.
and lavender enter the space, and a large portion of the patrons are just staring, and it kind of quiets a little bit as people's conversations are kind of drawn away towards you.
I give Marky like the hold on a second one finger, and I'm gonna walk over to the bar and just reach behind the bar for a bottle of liquor and just like take a pull.
Oh my
take this like
God.
really big pull, like Ren like takes a deep breath and then like jumps up on the bar.
Whoa.
Lend me your ears, for I bring you the word weaver, the tale twister, the story siren, the marvelous Marky. And I point over to Marky. She brings to you a tale of horror and harrowedness. Let her regale you with the chilling epic of the haunted halls of the Valerian Keep. Listen well as our humble hero fights off tentacled tyrants, befriends the soggy spirits, incinerates the dastardly darkness, and beguiles the bloated brains. Come hear the tale of the terrible temporal terrors. Behold, the greatest hero among us. And I hop down from the bar and walk over to Marky and kneel down. And by far, the brightest star in the city.
So, as you were giving your little speech, the entire tavern had fallen silent. And as you finish on your knees, pointing to Marky, it erupts in laughter and clapping and cheering. And Marky, the stage is set.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, Marky like picks up right where you left off and like jumps right in to her story, telling the tale of what you just said. I don't specifically have anything prepared, but yeah.
And this is one of your most, like, it is completely off the cuff. You haven't really prepared it, but it is one of your most riveting tales of all time. It goes on and on and on, and people just start ordering drinks, and just like it becomes this raucous crowd. Just
She's like striding around the
completely,
tavern.
like yeah, everybody's like moved to the nearest possible seat to where you are telling the tale, and is just like so engaged.
I imagine it's like almost like Rocky Horror Picture Show,
Oh, yeah.
where like the two of us are like over there like yelling things out as like you reach certain points.
There's prestidigitation of wet ghosts and like flying vases. And
Yeah, I'm like jumping up on stuff and jumping down and like pointing at people and like, you know, it's so dramatic. So good. Marky finally gets what she wants.
And as you close out the tale, the entire crowd erupts in cheers and clapping. There's like 10 people who order rounds of drinks for the crowd, and they're just like, everything is flowing. You see Davy and Gambrinus like scurrying about, trying to like pass out drinks as quickly as possible, collecting tons and tons of silver. And just like they keep running out of like and having to re-tap kegs, and like it is just the most wild night.
Oh, and my
it-
mom's there, right?
and your mom shows up, and she is
Yeah.
having the most fantastic time. And
That's my daughter.
your nights all fade into blackness because you
As we
are
also
so
fade.
washed.
Are there any hotties there?
Yeah.
At
Ren's
this
on the
point of the
prowl.
night, everyone is attractive.
Okay. Ren definitely probably hits up a couple people. And be
Oh,
like,
yes.
I'm the Ren.
Yeah,
She's-
that story.
she's talking about.
Ren, do you wake up in someone else's bed?
Probably not.
Okay.
You're in the Lord's suite, my dude.
Right.
You can't go
That's
home
right.
with somebody
Does
else.
But I might end up with like
anybody-
bruises on my neck.
Okay, you have some bruises on your neck.
Ren's
Does
covered.
anybody, are there any plus ones in the Lord's Suite next morning?
Why
No.
are you
Is this
looking at
just
me?
a me
All
decision?
of the players, no. The whole, any one of you. They're
No.
all the players are currently looking at each other, being like,
Was it you?
I don't know, did you No, I think Marky, but she does like to sleep in like a pack, so she definitely like in the Lord's suite is like trying to squeeze as close to, I don't know. Is it like a one
there
bed
is- it's a one bed
It's like a
Okay, yeah,
California
it's a
king.
giant bed. Is it like a California king? But it is a singular bed, yeah.
Yeah, Marky is squeezed like right between the two of you. She's got like one leggy on one person and like her head's on another, and she's like, I'm so happy.
I didn't bring a plus one.
Yeah, I did not.
I was
no.
too drunk.
Yeah.
Way too drunk.
That's fair,
Sal
that's
was
fair.
living in the moment too much to like just trying to capture everything that Marky and Ren were saying as they were interjecting each other's stories.
All
So
right.
no plus ones, just the OG3.
Yeah.
Right.
The OG3 wakes up a little later than they probably intended the next morning. A bit of a headache. The sun is a little piercing.
Who opened the blinds?
We never closed
Probably
them.
was closed. The room is still slightly warbling.
I need another bath.
Yeah. I'll go get us some breakfast.
Why am I sticky?
Ren will head down and like get some food from the bar.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Marky stays in bed.
They serve lots of dried fish, gravy, toast, all sorts
God.
of
Gravy,
things like
everything
that.
with gravy.
Oh jeez.
Ren's like the type to like eat down a hangover versus like
They do have hash, which is really
Ooh.
good. They do
Oh,
a
okay.
great
That'd be great,
hash.
yeah.
I'll get like 4 plates of that just to bring up just for us.
Perfect.
Anything fried,
Yeah. Salted heavily.
salted or fried, yeah.
Yeah, and you have a smorgasbord in the
Breakfast
Lord's
in
suite.
bed.
And I like tip like 200%.
Oh
I
my
just like
God.
drop a bunch of coins on
Generous
the
Ren.
bar and then like go back
Maybe
upstairs.
an emerald. Like,
Like, is this fine? I don't. It's all I had
How
in my
much
pockets.
is this worth?
You can make a ring out of it. I'm sure.
she,
I'm pretty sure I like
picks it-
gave away half of what I like took from the castle last night to whoever I was making out with.
Yeah.
Can you make change? Pulls out like a diamond tiara.
No, it's just yours. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
So yeah, you have this lovely morning. You all have time for baths. Like it is, it is a wonderful. I mean, besides the like pulsing of your head every once in a while, it's a very lovely morning.
This is
You hear
so
the
nice.
birds chirping.
This is so nice. I'm so happy. You know, if I were going to get in a time loop, I think I would want it to be that day. But I don't want to be in a time loop.
No.
No.
No. But if I was, that would be the day I'd pick.
Because imagine you wake up without the hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
That would be the most perfect, yeah.
This was so wonderful. I'm so glad that you guys came to this town and then went on an adventure with me and then came and found me when I forgot about you.
That happened by happenstance. We thought you were gone, to be quite honest. We thought you
Oh.
were dead. I thought you were dead.
I thought you had been taken by Remy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, were you sad?
Yeah.
Truly.
Sorry, no. That's bad. But I'm glad you missed me. And I'm glad we're together again.
Yeah.
We should get going, though.
Oh.
I know.
But we can return.
Yeah, we'll, like, you're on the map now, like,
That's
where you
true.
probably weren't before, because, you know,
I
the
put
time loop.
I put it on the map.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll be telling everyone.
Yeah.
You might get some letters for some engagements outside of town.
You never know.
Depending on your stance on that sort of thing.
I don't know. It would be hard to leave everything I've ever known, but I am a brave hero. So,
And I do own a somewhat raucous establishment in Entropolis. So if you ever decide to find yourself in the area, I don't know, a storyteller could make a lot of money.
I'll come render a performance.
Yeah, and they will love it if I'm in it. So
Oh, you're a popular guy there?
I mean, I'm the owner, so I have.
Oh,
to.
yeah.
You'll have to do that
They
intro
have to
again.
like you.
Oh, yeah, well, I
Oh,
could-
yeah, that
oh,
was
the
great.
intro?
Yeah, the intro was amazing, Ren. I couldn't even believe. I
Yeah.
could barely pick up my story. My jaw was on the floor.
Thanks.
It was really good.
I needed the liquor beforehand. I don't.
I
think
know.
would've
I
gotten that
never
there.
knew you had that in you. You're usually such
I-
kind of a
Didn't either.
wow. We're finding out new things about ourselves. It's amazing. Do you really have to go?
We do.
Yeah, there's
Unfortunately.
something devilish happening that we need to look into.
Yeah, you guys have to go be heroes too.
Yeah.
Well, she gives you both a big hug.
Hmm.
Big trio of hug.
I was like sandwiched right in the middle. Perfect. Oh, I'm gonna miss you guys so much.
Yeah, we'll miss you too, but we'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't imagine we won't be.
Now that Valerian is a known establishment and people can get here.
Yeah, tourist city. You're gonna have a haunted tours coming up soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wink,
yeah.
wink, wink.
I'll have to go talk to the serpent thing about that. About getting the land ownership rights,
Yeah.
the real estate, etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
No, I'll take you out to the front gate.
Oh yeah,
yeah, we
Yeah, I'll walk you out to the city. Yeah.
Unbeknownst to either of you, when Ren was getting breakfast, he may or may not have tossed a bunch of very selected, pre-selected jewels into a bag and hid it under Marky's pillow.
Oh.
I asked which room was yours,
Okay,
your normal
yeah.
room, and I snuck in and
Oh.
put some under her pillow because artist needs money.
Yeah.
That's true.
Also, maybe just wear them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I'll probably wear them. And we walk claw in hand to the front gate of Valeria.
And the sun sets in front of us, so
Well,
you
it
get this
doesn't
nice
set. It's
backdrop.
probably
the sun.
The sun rises
after
in
it
front of us, so you
rises.
get this nice.
Oh, you
Image.
missed the sun.
Yeah.
we missed the sunrise.
The sun is high in the sky.
It's directly
casting our
overhead.
shadows, so we're sweating a little bit. We're still a little nauseous, but it still looks dramatic.
It is a very dramatic scene at the front gates of Valerian. The guards open the gates, and Salvador and Ren set off. Probably by horse.
We buy horses on the way.
Oh yeah, we buy horses on the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go.
At the gate, they have
Details of travel.
Yeah.
hop on our horses, waving backwards as the
Goodbye.
gates close behind us.
Goodbye. Stay safe.
And you ride off into the hills, tucked between the corrupted woods and the bastion of the mountains. Off towards Harrow.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
And that's where we'll end this episode.
Yay! A happy ending.
And that is where we will put a pause on today's story. Thank you all for joining us for this bittersweet end as we plunge into the abyss. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Shadows of Prophecy. Join us next time to find out who else plays a role in this disturbing drama in the next chapter of our tale. I want to give a special thanks to JayCeeAitch and Chris B, our fabulous patrons keeping the candles lit here at Goblin Forge. Your support has meant the world to us, and we are so grateful for your absolute generosity. I would like to thank Scrubcast for some incredible sound mastering, music, and effects. They have been so easy to work with, and I highly recommend checking them out if you're ever in the need of audio editing, especially for their epic music and effects design. I would also like to thank Sirenscape for some outstanding atmosphere and music. Make sure to check them out at Sirenscape.com. I use Sirenscape all the time at my game table and for our Twitch streams, and it adds that little something special to bring your players and audience into the story. I would also like to thank our players this evening. Dan, Ellie, and Chris, I am so happy to have you in our cast, and can't wait to hear what barbarous adventures we'll find ourselves in next time. Our theme song was written by my brother, the chill electronic vapor soul artist Lusk. You should check them out and their most recent single, Gus. This has been a Goblin Forge production. Please follow us on Instagram at goblin_forge_TTRPG. Join our Discord, and if you really love us, show us some support by becoming one of our fabulous patrons at patreon.com/goblin_forge, where you can find free, yes, free, bonus content like handouts, encounter maps, and even adventure guides to run your own horrific campaigns or one-shots. Shadows of Prophecy is a fully, personally financed project, and our first foray into the TTRPG arena. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. And at the very least, please give us a 5-star review on your podcast platform of choice. This is how we get the word out about our podcast. and we do love sharing it with all of you. Thank you, and tune in next time to meet the next players in our woven tale.